What is up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? This is Everything's Tech here, and in this video I have my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tablet 10.1, and overall I'm really excited to get my hands on it. It's an awesome tablet, and in this video I'll be talking about the design, the display, the specs, the operating system, their pricing, and where the Samsung Galaxy Tab stands among other Android tablets. So sit back, relax, and I really hope you enjoy the video. So as far as the specs go on the Galaxy Tablet 10.1, it actually has a 10.1 inch screen that actually has a 1280 by 800 resolution. In addition, the tablet also features a dual-core Tegra 2 processor with 1 GB of RAM packed into this. And as far as the processing speed goes, it's really fine. I can get a decent amount of work done with the processing speed that the tablet offers. The tablet also runs Honeycomb 3.1 as its operating system and weighs surprisingly 1.2 pounds. And frankly speaking, the tablet does not even feel like it's 1.2 pounds to me because it's so thin, and just how thin it is actually makes you not really even worry about how much the tablet weighs. So to me, the tablet weighs just about a pound. And as far as the weightage goes, that's pretty good because you really need something to balance out the 10.1 inch screen. Because, if you have a 10.1 inch screen, many people are kind of expecting a tablet to be even more heavier, but that honestly is not the case. I've seen tablets that are just about 9 inches and they weigh even more than the actual Galaxy Tablet 10.1. So as far as the weight goes on this tablet, it's really, really thin and really lightweight. And the battery life on this is supposedly 10 hours. I definitely have to disagree with that. I get even less than half of 10 hours of battery life. I'll get into the battery life later on in the video. And to finish off the specs, the tablet comes with a 3 megapixel camera in the back, which has the capabilities of taking 720p video. And then in the front, you also have a front-facing camera, which is just about 2 megapixels. So as far as the specs go, the tablet has some really decent specs. So the design of the Samsung Galaxy Tablet 10.1, it's pretty great in my opinion. I would give it a 10 out of 10, for 10 being the best. Because, first of all, since the tablet is so lightweight, because, no one expects a 10-inch tablet to be less than 1.5 pounds, that really is a breaker. And since, the tablet is really lightweight, you can take it around with you. And since it's so thin, you can pack it pretty much anywhere you go. For those who actually didn't know this fact, the Samsung Galaxy Tablet is the world's thinnest actually, not thickest, the thinnest tablet out in the world today, according to CNET. So taking a look at the back of the Samsung Galaxy Tablet 10.1, I really like the material that the back is made out of because first of all, it gives you a really good grip on the tablet, and second of all, the tablet doesn't feel cheaply made at all. So if the tablet gives you a really good grip and it doesn't feel cheaply made, that always is a thumbs up. If you take a look on the top part of the tablet, you have the camera and the flash, and then if you take a look on the top part of the Galaxy Tablet, this is from the front view to the top. From the left you have the power button, then to the next to the power button to the right is the volume up and down button, and then all the way kind of away from the buttons is the audio 3.5mm jack input. Taking a look at the right side of the Galaxy Tablet is the speaker, and then the left side also holds another speaker. And looking at the bottom of the tablet is where you actually connect your syncing cable, or the cable to charge your actual tablet, and all the way to the right of the syncing input is your microphone input. And as far as the microphone quality goes, the quality on the microphone isn't great at all. It's just average for a tablet. So as far as the operating system goes on the tablet, this runs a Honeycomb 3.1 build. And if you watch my previous Android reviews on any tablet that's Android, I always state that, I want a stable operating system. And I know, for previous Android tablets I've reviewed, like the Zoom, I did say that the actual operating system has become more stable, but in this build I think it's a lot more stable. I don't see any lag at all on YouTube, which is always a great sign. It's not exactly still the most stable operating system out there today, but it's really getting there. It's making their step up, and I really like that. So the operating system, I really like the stableness of it. So as far as added features and improvements go to the operating system, I don't think there's been any added features to the operating system. If there has been, please correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as improvements go, I just listed a really big improvement. There is not as much lag as there is in previous builds on this operating system, which is always a bonus because the operating system is what makes a tablet. As far as web browsing goes, web browsing is the same, but as far as flash-heavy websites go, you don't want to be using or viewing flash-heavy websites on a tablet because it gets really laggy. So if you want to view flash-heavy websites, a computer would be best for that. But if you want to view, decent amount of flash content, tablet would be great for that, especially the 3.1 OS. And as far as, Microsoft Office goes, there is actually a way you can type papers up, or do PowerPoint or Excel stuff on your device itself, which is always fantastic. And I want to know why people would be using Excel and PowerPoint, because I honestly cannot use PowerPoint and Excel on a small tablet. I need an actual decent computer for that. So the only thing I would be, using the tablet for, as far as Microsoft goes, the Microsoft Suite goes, I'd be using only Word, and that is always a benefit to have, especially since the whole suite is pretty much free. It comes with the tablet itself. So I have really 3 dislikes about this tablet. The first thing is the weird speaker placement. Since I have kind of big hands, so I really have to start from the bottom of the tablet and awkwardly hold the tablet so I don't cover the speakers with my hands. And don't get me wrong, the speakers are really clear, but as far as where the speakers are placed, that is really awkward, because you really have to hold the tablet in a really non-comfortable way. It really feels awkward when you hold the tablet if you're trying not to cover the speakers. And I definitely think Samsung could have done a better job of actually placing the speakers in maybe a different position, maybe on the top of the screen or somewhere on the sides or on the bezel. But, as far as the speaker placement go, that isn't really their best choice they've made. My second and third dislike have to do with the battery life. My second dislike really concerns how long the battery life lasts for with the Samsung Galaxy Tab. You really don't get 10 hours of battery life. You're being lied to if you believe that. I usually get about 3.5 hours of battery life while browsing the web, listening to music, and using all my usual apps. I get about 3 to 3.5 hours, and that's kind of an estimate. From 5% battery life to 75% battery life, that's usually I get about 3 to 3.5 hours. And honestly, that isn't really that good, because first of all, the Samsung Galaxy Tab offers you about 10 hours of battery life, and when you get about 4.5 hours of battery life, that isn't really close enough to 10 hours. So I think Samsung could have been more precise on how long you can actually get the battery life for. My third dislike is how long it takes the battery life to charge on the Galaxy tablet. When I actually lowered my battery life to about 5%, and I actually put my Galaxy tablet in charge, it took me about 7.5 hours to get my battery life from 5% to 75%. I connected my tablet to the actual wall output, and it still took me about 7.5 hours to charge the battery, maybe 70%. That honestly is not acceptable at all, because if it takes you so long to charge the tablet, what's the point of having a tablet that takes so long to charge and you really can't even use half the battery life? So honestly, if you're gonna be using the tablet for long durations, I wouldn't really think about buying this tablet, because the battery life is not good at all on this tablet. If you're concerned in how well pictures and videos come out for this tablet, go ahead and click this link right now on the screen. This will take you to my separate video that I've actually done already, and this is about the video and picture test results of the Samsung Galaxy 10.1 tablet. So I hope you enjoyed that video if you are actually going to go click it. So there's only 2 models you can buy with the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. There's the $499 one, which gives you the 16GB model, and that is the one I have. And then there is the $599 model, which is the 32GB one. And there's only 2 models, and you really cannot increase the size, so you're pretty much set with what you have. So where does this tablet stand among other Android tablets? I think this is going to be one of your top-of-the-line Android tablets. It's got the really good design, really good operating system. The specs really do blow other, Android tablets out of the market because of the specs that this tablet has. And, it does definitely have a name to itself. The Samsung Galaxy Tab so far has the thinnest tablet available in the market today. So that is still all to consider, even if the battery life isn't that great. And I think this is going to be a really great competitor to the Motorola Xoom and other Android tablets. And even if you compare this to the iPad 2 or, the BlackBerry tablet, this is still a really good competitor. Now, would I recommend this tablet? I would recommend this tablet if and only if you don't mind the short amount of battery life. If you can actually charge this, if you have time to charge this tablet for about 5 to 6 hours, if you want, and you really don't mind the 3 to 4 hours you can get on the tablet for browsing the web and watching videos, this would be the best tablet for you. It can do all the tasks you'd really want a tablet to do, and even if the battery life isn't that great, I think the specs and everything else actually do make up for the tablet. So this has been Everything is Tech here. If you have any questions or if you have a comment, definitely leave it down and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks for watching my videos.